Hey up lads, and welcome to another talky video on this channel. And today I wanted to discuss a track that seems to be flying slightly under the radar, but has a quality that needs a lot more attention. Now, it should be mentioned that I am a big supporter of fantasy racetracks, and I have talked about them on the channel before, why you should race on them, give them a chance, and have a lot of fun. There's a link in the description to that video if you're actually interested. But today I found probably my favourite fantasy racetrack ever made, and it is a prime example of what someone can do and not just relying on cookie cutter corners and the samey designs. So while I was browsing on Race Department a few weeks ago, I'd stumbled upon this racetrack called Goria Thun, and admittedly I think it is a bit of an unusual name. Now this racetrack is made by the user 00, and to put it in the simplest terms I can think of possible, this racetrack is astounding, and it feels like it's a track that's been created with every good piece of a racetrack that everybody wants. It has a huge catalogue of things to offer, that with massive elevation change, sweeping corners, tight corners, and plenty of overtaking opportunities. This racetrack is not to be overlooked, and it goes a lot further than just connecting the dots between good corners and good sections. Because just connecting good corners together doesn't necessarily mean it's a good circuit. Everything on this circuit has been carefully handcrafted, and it is very clear that each section of this racetrack has had a lot of time put into it to ensure that all the sections flow together as realistically as can be, but at the same time making sure that everybody has a lot of fun when it comes to this track. And it goes even further still that it is more than just the track layout, actually layouts, because this track has two layouts to choose from. This track mod is one of the best looking racetrack mods I have ever came across. Now this isn't particularly important when it comes to having a good circuit, because you can have a very high detailed laser scan, very pretty version of Sochi for example, but when it comes to that would be like polishing a turd. With this though, this is a very good, well-made mod that looks fantastic and flows together and is a very good length circuit that encourages all kinds of racing. And even smaller details on this circuit are very well made. For example, there's a corner on this track where the track limits aren't exactly at where the line is, and the AI knows that and has been programmed to it. So the AI drives like a real racing driver would. Now it should be mentioned that this is the third racetrack that 00 has made, and this one, with no doubt, is my clear favourite. Now his other racetracks are very different from this one. Each racetrack that he has made is different from one another, but each racetrack that he has made is so good that it would not feel out of place putting it in a Gran Turismo game, and the makers of Gran Turismo are pretty much the kings of fantasy racetracks, and honestly, none of these would feel out of place. But getting back to Goria Thun, this racetrack is fantastic for all types of racing. If you want to try Formula 1 around this track, it will work. With high downforce needed for some of these sections, and a lot of the turns do need some calculation behind them in order to make an overtake. But also you can race touring car and GT3 cars around here, as some of the sections will allow side-by-side action and, if it comes to it, a little bit of push and shove. I highly recommend you go and give this racetrack a try. However, what kind of video would it be if we didn't go out and give it a race ourselves? So, let's head over to the rig.
So, what we're going to do is we're going to have a 5-lap race around Goria Thun. But before we jump into that, you might be asking, Corey, that is a very nice jersey you're wearing. And indeed, it is. So if you don't know, I've partnered up with the mad lads over at IMB Racewear, who do some incredible stuff, including the racing gloves that I am also wearing. They are really high quality, they are really well made, so if you want to get your hands on some of these, then there is a link to my IMB collection down below. Right, let's crack on. So here we are on the start line, ready to set off. We're starting in 11th place. Oh no, I've got... Edit. I've given myself a drive-through penalty. Oh my goodness, I forgot. The automatic gearbox is on. I was letting my niece have a go of this the other day. Right, so here we are on the start line, ready to set off. And away we go. And the beamer behind gets an amazing start. Now they're coming into the first corner. The first corner is in a nice sweeping corner, and in these cars it's pretty much flat out. It's a really fun circuit, this. And the next corner is not quite so flat out, however, but you can really stick it. Alright, I'm going to slow down. I'm going to slow down and let some of the cars come by, because I want to have some fun battling with the AI. Because even though Content Manager has updated the AI, so it's way more difficult than it used to be. I still prefer having a bit of a fight, and I like to have the opponents as difficult as possible. So this circuit, as mentioned before, is completely fantasy, and it does not exist in real life. And the fact that that is a thing is a crime, because I have literally fallen in love with this circuit. It might just be my new favourite racetrack, and that's a shame, because it's not real. Right, okay. Gotta try and warm these tyres up. Force feedback for some reason is a bit light, and I don't know why. You may also be wondering why I've chosen the touring cars to drive around here, and that's because very soon I'm going to be hosting my own Coyote Racing League. Actually, when I say that, I mean I am hosting my own league, because it's already fully booked up. But the races are going to take place on Monday evenings, and this circuit is one of the tracks on the calendar. It's going to be over 8 weeks, and I'm really excited. The likes of Jardier are taking part. Nate Lupson, you may remember from Jimmy's channel. My Mirari, Colin's helping me host it. I'm really excited for it, but this race in particular. Right, okay, let's try and get past this Ford Focus. Now, the Ford Focus isn't a particularly strong car on some of the twistier tracks, however, it has got a bit of grunt behind it to support it. And these touring cars are fantastic to drive. There's very little you can do wrong with them. The only thing that... Oh, we've got a good run there. Come on, get him on the outside over here, and then we go on to the switch to the inside. Oh, I've locked up the brakes. Oh, I've messed that bit up. So how I came to discover this track was I was just browsing on Race Department for some stuff, because I wanted some stuff to talk about and race with. And I just happened across this one because the name, admittedly, is very bizarre, and that actually might be its strength when you're just looking for stuff on Race Department. Come on, gotta catch this Ford here. Put the lights on so we can just see the backs a little bit better. Oh, he goes early on the brakes, but I'm gonna get him up the inside. Get on the power nice and early. Third gear, keep the traction. And we get him. The pit lane entry is really bizarre, because it's just in front of us there, and then it goes all the way up the hill. But if you accidentally go in there, you can bypass the pits almost and just get a better run out of here. Right, so first corner, flat out through here. Probably the most fun part of the circuit. I mean, it's flat out in these cars. Don't know anything a bit more powerful. Then through here, it's a slight lift. Get back on the power, touch the curb, then get over to the right, and then back over to the left, and it's downhill. Now, the beauty about this track is that it's full of overtaking opportunities. Full. It's like the creator of this mod just took one look at Herman Tilke's tracks and just went, we're not going to do that. We're going to actually make something that's very fun to drive and race on. Right, let's see if we can try and get him on the brakes. I've got to be much lighter on my feet in these shoes, because I'm wearing rather thick soles, rather regrettably. Oh no, we're going wide. Getting into this bit is a pain in the backside, because you have to be so careful on your turning, because for some reason the track there has got much less grip, and you can end up overcooking the brakes and going very wide. Right, come on, flat out, let's go. Okay, have we got a good run? We've got a good run. Yes, we've got a good run. Gonna get him on the inside. Oh, I've messed it up. He's gonna get me back on the switchback. Get into third gear, get the traction, but I think I've got more power than the BMW. The BMW is a bit down on power. Yeah, we just sail away at this point. Then we come into the last section of the course. You brake alongside that red and white curbing. I mean, you can brake later. Oh, we've done it. We're going wrong again. And if you can, try and get flat out through here. Turn in. And we're making good time on the leaders up ahead. So we're in 4th position. That bit is just so much fun. You have no idea. Slight lift, touch the curb, power on. That Audi has got no chance. I'm going to get him on the inside, but he's going to have the inside line but he goes very wide, so I'm going to get on the brakes. See if I can try and spook him a little bit. Get on the power nice and early. The tyre temperatures are pretty perfect right now. Spook him on the inside. These, tell you what, I've forgotten his name, and I really shouldn't have forgotten his name, but the man who created this mod, sorry, the Content Manager mod, and the CSP mod, has really outdone himself with the updated AI. It's absolutely glorious to work with. I love it. Oh, I might have overcooked that one, but brake nice and early for this one because I'm still struggling to find the sweet spot because you've got to go so slowly through there. I don't know where the Alpha's gone. The Alpha's just disappeared. I can see the leader all the way up ahead. He's so far away. Right, let's see what this section's like for side-by-side battling. If I can get, I think I've got him already. Yeah, that Audi's proven to me that you can brake way late. Oh, he gets in my way. There's no way I can catch the Alpha though. That Alpha is just gone. See, I've only tested out touring cars, but my mate Mirari assures me that this track is more than suitable for other racing disciplines. So I just mess up that. Go wide on entry and get the power nice and early. The mod showcase from the creator. The creator has a video online somewhere where he's racing GT3 or GTE cars, I think they are, at night time, and it just looks spectacular. Oh, whoa! Braking is the brakes are a bit squiffy through there. I lost some time, big time. That Alpha ahead is 7 seconds ahead. Wow! But what a racetrack this is. I love this place, and honestly, I cannot wait for us to do the race in the league here. Clip the curb and then do the same here. I might have cut the corner there a bit. Lads, that is a full race in the touring cars at Goria-Thun. By far the weirdest race track name I've probably ever came across. So let's just have a quick toddle back to the pits. And this is also a perfect opportunity to showcase the pit entry, because it is very, very bizarre. Also, I should have mentioned earlier, we now have a public Discord for people to come in and enjoy and hang out and probably do some races, and I will be doing some public lobby races very shortly. So if you want to join the Coyote racing community, then there is a link to the Discord down below. Right, so here we go. This is the pit entry. I'll let the Alpha get a bit further ahead. So you pit in. It's almost though it's like it's an overtaking opportunity, but you can go that way as well. You can go to the right. This pit entry it reminds me of like Road America, but much twistier, sorry. But guys, that was a 5-lap race of Goria-Thun, and right now, my favourite racetrack that I can get my hands on. Anyway guys, if you've enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like. It would help me out greatly. And I did some research the other day, and I discovered that 75% of all of my viewers come from non-subscribers. So, you know what to do, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Why don't you? I mean, you're clearly here watching this video and you must enjoy it. So why not come back for more? And once more, this channel is in affiliation with Fanatec. So if you want to use any of the racing gear that I use, then there is my affiliate link down in the description. And we are also sponsored by IMB Racewear, who provide me my incredible sim racing gear, including boots, jackets, jerseys, gloves, the whole 9 yards. So if you want to get your hands on this beautiful jersey and my gloves, then also in the description is the link to the IMB collection. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you guys in the next race. Have a good night, everybody.